They had the kind of chemistry that made TV history. But off-camera, Bruce Willis and Cybill Shepherd were locked in a behind-the-scenes battle that nearly destroyed moonlighting and each other. For decades, Hollywood insiders whispered about what really happened. Now, after years of silence, Bruce Willis finally breaks his silence on Cybill Shepherd, revealing the truth behind TV's most explosive partnership. Are you ready to hear what really went down? In the 1980s, Moonlighting was the show everyone talked about. The secret to its success wasn't just the witty dialogue or the crime-solving plot. It was the red-hot tension between Bruce Willis and Cybill Shepherd. They played off each other with lightning-fast comebacks and smoldering glances that had fans convinced the romance was real. But off-screen, the heat wasn't just romantic. It was volatile. When Bruce Willis, a relative unknown at the time, auditioned for the part of David Addison, Cybill Shepherd, already a star, felt something instantly. The room got hotter, she confessed years later. That chemistry would power the show, but also create its biggest problem. We were too drawn to each other, Cybill said. That kind of attraction is trouble. For a while, it looked like trouble was all they would have. Bruce was bursting with energy and a rebellious streak. Known for partying hard, he'd sometimes show up to set after a wild night out, nursing a hangover but still ready to shoot. Cybill, meanwhile, had strong opinions and wasn't afraid to challenge anyone, including Bruce or the show's creative team. Crew members saw the sparks turn into fireworks almost immediately. What fans didn't see were the constant arguments and power struggles, even before the cameras started rolling. As Moonlighting gained popularity, so did the stories about tension on set. The fights between Bruce and Cybill became legendary. Some days they argued so fiercely that they refused to look at each other until the director called action. There were reports of shouting matches over script changes, character motivations, and even the smallest on-set decisions. Cybill was often painted as demanding, sometimes even blamed for getting the show's creator fired after a heated disagreement. That move only intensified the friction. And then there were the physical standoffs. The production team, desperate to keep things professional, measured the distance between Bruce and Cybill's trailers so neither could claim favoritism. It didn't help. One day, in a moment that became infamous among the crew, Cybill hurled a briefcase across the set. It hit so hard it rattled the props and sent everyone running for cover. The message was clear. Things had gotten out of control. The rumors about a romantic fling between Bruce and Cybill only added to the tension. Some cast and crew believed the two had a short-lived romance early on, something both stars denied, but neither could completely explain away the palpable tension that followed. Whether the romance was real or not, what happened between them behind closed doors stayed a closely guarded secret. All the audience saw was the on-screen magic. Only insiders knew how close the show came to falling apart. As the seasons passed, the work environment got worse. Episodes sometimes had to be rewritten or shot out of order just to accommodate days when Bruce and Cybill couldn't stand to be in the same room. Editing teams stitched scenes together to make it look like their characters were connecting, even when the stars barely spoke. The stress took its toll on everyone involved. By the time Moonlighting ended in 1989, the relationship between Bruce and Cybill had completely broken down. "We hated each other," Cybill admitted in a later interview. They parted ways without saying goodbye, and for years they didn't speak at all. Crew members described a set where the fun and laughter had evaporated, replaced by tension and exhaustion. Yet for all the drama, the show's legacy endured. In the years after Moonlighting, both Bruce and Cybill went their separate ways. Bruce rocketed to movie stardom with Die Hard and became one of Hollywood's most bankable action stars. Cybill continued her career in TV and film, but she never shied away from discussing the difficulties she faced on Moonlighting. In interviews, she alternated between fondness and frustration when speaking about Bruce, sometimes blaming their mutual stubbornness for the fallout. But time has a way of softening old wounds. When Bruce Willis's health struggles became public knowledge, Cybill's attitude shifted. "I will always love Bruce," she said, acknowledging that their history was complicated but unforgettable. She credited the show and their difficult relationship for teaching her resilience and shaping her career. Now, for the first time in years, Bruce Willis has addressed his relationship with Cybill Shepherd. According to close friends and recent reports, Bruce looks back with a mixture of regret and respect. "We were young and stubborn," he said privately. "If I could go back, I'd do a lot of things differently. But I'll always respect Cybill for what we created together." He's even quietly reached out, sending messages of gratitude and goodwill. For both Bruce and Cybill, the story of Moonlighting is more than just a TV show. It's a chapter of their lives marked by fire, conflict, and ultimately, growth. Their off-screen battles were real, but so was their talent. Together, they made TV history and proved that sometimes the most electrifying stories happen when the cameras aren't rolling. Fans still debate what was real and what was staged. But the truth is, Bruce Willis and Cybill Shepherd gave us one of the most unforgettable partnerships in television, fueled by a chemistry that burned bright, burned fast, and changed both of their lives forever. Next time you watch Moonlighting, remember that the electric tension wasn't just acting, it was real, and it nearly tore everything apart. Bruce Willis finally breaking his silence closes a chapter, but the legend of their on-set feud lives on. If you love this behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood's most dramatic duo, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories. And tell us in the comments, which TV rivalry should we uncover next?